All right, so this is Mr. Kramer coming live from the classroom. Okay, maybe not so live. But I'm looking at page 59. So on Tuesday, you guys will be dissecting the deep muscles on the dorsal side. And so I'm just going to show you the muscles like I would at the beginning of class. That way we can get going right into the dissection. So here is the head of the cat, so the back of the head. So we're looking at this would have been the trapezius muscles for the most part, a little bit of the deltoids, but really you're going to transect the trapezius muscles, then we'll fold them back. I think it's easiest to adduct the arms, and so you can see the shoulder blade and the muscles really start to extend. And I'll try to hold back the trapezius muscles here. So up here would be about where the vertebrae is. This is the part of the shoulder blade that we're seeing here. I'll tilt it a little bit so you can see the scapula. And the first three muscles we're going to look at are the rhomboids, and so they're broken into three parts. And so we have the rhomboid major and minor, and the same thing again here in the cat. The sides are going to be flipped. I will say that my dissection, because the cat had been sitting out, it's a little dry, is not as neat as it should be, but we're going to be okay with it. So after you peel back the trapezius muscles, you're going to have to take off some fascia. But this section right here, it's shredded, but this was the rhomboid major. And you can see where it's going to insert right there on the scapula. Then all these up here that kind of look, I don't know, stringy, this is all going to be the rhomboid minor. And then at the very top, the most anterior portion or superior portion is going to pull away, and you can just use the probe to do that, but this is the third rhomboid, the rhomboid capitis. So that's just going to be this one strip right here that will pull away. So this is the rhomboid capitis, here's the rhomboid minor, and then over here's the rhomboid major. And typically there will be a definitive separation that we'll make here for those three rhomboids. Now the other thing, as you peel back the trapezius muscles, you're going to see the scapula, and you can feel the spine. So when you feel the spine, you're going to see the muscle right on top of it. It's nice and smooth above this. Well, if this is above the spine, it's the supraspinatus. If it's below the spine, it's the infraspinatus. So this is above, this is below. You can kind of see the spine a little bit right here. So supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and you'll have to peel back the latissimus a little bit too as you do that. I didn't go all the way because it is, a lot of our trapezius and deltoid muscles are stuck to the spine of the scapula, but you'll be able to feel the spine and see those muscles above and below. The other muscle we can see in the back of the neck, just deep underneath the rhomboid capitis, and this is going to actually be reference to page 64. Right on the back of the neck here is going to be the splenius muscle right underneath the rhomboid. So you can see a little bit. I know the lighting's not great. So this dark muscle right here is going to be the splenius muscle. So that's going to be the shoulder. So then I'm going to go up to page 64, and so we're going to look at underneath the lumbodorsal fascia. So you can see I peeled back a bunch of lumbodorsal fascia. Right here again, you can see and feel a little bit of the spinous processes of the vertebrae. So I peeled back a lot of the fascia, and you're going to skip the top muscle on page 64, the extensor dorsi communis, because the next three muscles are really all a group of that. And then you're also going to skip the very bottom muscle on page 64, the semispinalis. We're not going to do that. So we're just looking at 5 muscles. I already went over the splenius for you. So then we're just going to look at the other 4. It's the iliocostalis, longissimus, the spinalis, and the multifidus. So I'm going to start with the multifidus. That's going to be the muscle right in between all the vertebrae. I did not expose tons of it. You can see a little bit of it right here, but it's all between all the vertebrae and kind of amongst the vertebrae and the processes of the vertebrae in here. And some of you will do a better job exposing it, but I kind of just rushed here. So you can see a little bit of it, and there's this separation from here, and then it would go all the way to the other side here too, but that's the multifidus. Then we had, as I took away that fascia, we could see a very definitive line here. This is the spinalis. And then there was another division, and kind of this last muscle wants to kind of go over the top of it, but there's another division here, and this is the longissimus. And then this last muscle is the iliocostalis. Here's how I remembered the order is my son loves ice cream. So you have the multifidus for M, the spinalis for the S, the longissimus for the L, and the iliocostalis for the I. So he's got that my son loves ice cream, even though I don't have a son, but figure, hey, if I did, he might. But that's how I kind of always have remembered the order of that from the vertebrae out. So if that helps, great. If not, you can come up with your own. So that is the dissection that we're going to be doing on Tuesday. The other thing you should be doing for your virtual day besides watching this video is do the Quizlet that I will have posted in the assignment as well. I have all of the deep muscle origins, insertion, and actions. There should be like 23 or 24 of them, including the ones that you guys are dissecting on Friday. And you go through that, practice it, and then I'll have a quiz also in there for you to finish. In that quiz, there will be pictures of some of these muscles, specifically the ones we're really going to focus on the dorsal, but I will have a few of those from Friday as well, from the ventral side, those ventral deep muscles. And then the questions regarding the origin, insertion, and the action for these muscles as well. And you can find those answers on the Quizlet. So, use your resources as you're taking the quiz, that's fine, and then you'll just submit it, and I'll see that you have taken the quiz and looked at the video and have done the Quizlet as well and have gone through that. If you have questions, just email me through the day. I'll be at my computer most of the day. So other than that, have a great Monday, and we will see you on Tuesday ready to go with the dissection.